Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have another 0.5 video, only because, I don't know, I think it's a little funny, so, gotta look up, little guy. Anyway, I'm kind of sort of recovering from a bit of an illness that I had. One of the downfalls of working in a hospital is I seem to be getting more sick than I ever have. Just little things, nothing like detrimental or to worry about. I just sounded gross, and believe me, y'all would rather have no uploads from me than click on a new video and hear that. So, anyway, just doing a quick drink review and talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I absolutely, just spoiler alert, I loved that movie. I really, really, really did. So I'll talk a bit about it. There will be some spoilers in this video. I'm worried that I say spoiler free and then accidentally slip up and, ruin it for someone. So there will be spoilers. I'm gonna talk about it after the drink review. So let's go ahead and crack this open. Got this from a place called Miniso, near where we live. If you're interested in the nutrition facts, you can screenshot that. Now, I will say this. I don't exactly know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I've heard people say Fanta. I've always said Fanta. I'm gonna keep doing that. Long or not, it's gonna be a habit, unfortunately. But it is watermelon flavored, which I've never had. Alright. Move this guy over to the side. It's a very tall, long bottle. Weird for this format. So, I've been holding on to this for a few days. I love watermelon flavored things. Very excited to give it a shot. So let's go ahead and smell it. Oh, it smells like Hubba Bubba, like watermelon gum. I can't explain it, but it must be the same chemicals or something. That tastes pretty good. I have no complaints on the first sip. It's been a while since I had a Fanta, dude. It's been a very long time. I don't know. I don't really drink it anymore. It does taste good. I don't really, it's not a strong watermelon flavor, which is probably a good thing. I feel like there'd be a lot more calories if it tasted like an American made water, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. That'd just be chemicals. But yeah, it tastes very good. I really do like it. It's very refreshing, and my throat is dry as hell. It's been one of those days at work where I'll tell you how today started. I was supposed to go to work at 8. I showed up at 6, thinking it was a normal schedule, but it was like, so normally I go a little earlier than 6, just to check in and see how things are going before I start my shift, because, it's a hospital, so, sorry, I just got an email speaking of, but I'll read it later. So normally I show up a little earlier just to check in, but I showed up, it's a shit show, so I started working, and it wasn't until like 9:45 that I realized I could have slept in for another hour and a half. I'm grateful that I didn't, because otherwise I would have been, leaving one person to deal with 4 people's problems. I never want that to happen to me, so just got a little bit of overtime. My supervisor was kind enough to just let me have it and then just say read the schedule next time. So that's my bad. It truly is. Fantastic. Get it? Anyway. yeah, I really like it. Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm not going to spend too long talking about it because I have some other stuff I got to do tonight, but I'll be brief. I really love the movie. My fiance and I watched Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home before we watched Brand New Day. For me, they were rewatches, but for my fiance, that was the first time she saw any of those in full. She had seen clips of it online. None of it was new. She didn't know who Mysterio was, which was crazy. So that actually was the biggest plot thing for her. And then we went and watched Brand New Day 2 days ago. I really loved it. This is what we should have been getting. But you know what? It paid off well, very well in my opinion. It just made me want more immediately. That's the biggest problem for me. Admittedly, I don't know much about, again, spoilers, so stop listening if you don't want to hear about this next part. I know I said I was going to finish the drink review, but I'm already launching in, so. Jean Grey, I don't know pretty much anything about her other than her name and the Phoenix, and very little bits and pieces of X-Men lore, so it was fun to see that kind of from fresh-ish eyes, since I didn't know. But yeah, very much enjoyed that character, enjoyed Frank Castle. Sorry, I thought I heard something downstairs. Frank Castle's role was great. I really wish there was a Daredevil reference. There might have been somewhere a reference to season 1 or 2, but I wanted Frank to at least mention that once. But there's probably legal reasons that they didn't, I guess. I don't know. But maybe next time, I don't know. The Hand was alright. I don't know if they've been using The Hand in the Disney Plus like shows. I haven't been watching them, but I felt like that could have just been anyone cool enough to see him, I guess. I don't know. Not too worried about it, but I love the rest of it. I loved, him come to terms with. I think it was very well written. I was surprised to see Aunt May, but I think that it worked very well the way that they did it. There's a lot of references to the comic books, dude. If y'all have seen it, y'all know. Like, they have that montage in the beginning that is absolutely just, like, comic covers that are just recreated, but they also have a lot of moments that are pulled, like, again, spoilers, Punisher shooting Spider-Man and carrying him into a hospital. That jumps right to mind. A lot of little things like that. I thought Scorpion was going to be more involved. I was a bit excited to see where that would go, and of course, I guess we still have to wait for that. I think it'd be very cool if they go that route with Venom in a future movie where he gets the symbiote. He might be very violent, but that'd be very cool. And of course, they're probably going to go the Ned Hobgoblin route, but we have yet to see him. Speaking too far in the future now. And there's a dog outside barking, and unfortunately, they're probably not going to stop. Our neighbor's got a new dog, and this is just what he wants to do. Let me just pause it. Alright, we're probably good. But yeah, I don't remember where I was in that story, but yeah, loved Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's another movie I'd love to get a physical copy of one of these days, but I've been saving a little bit of money, kind of spending it here instead of there, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but anyway. So if I'm gonna give a ranking to both eventually, but I'm trying to rack my brain. I really was impressed with how they did the MJ and Ned, like, reveals in that movie, like, them finding out. I knew as soon as he left, I knew as soon as I saw the letter on the counter that she was gonna find it. She handled it very rationally, in my opinion. And I really like, that last scene where they do their handshake, and then Ned, I'm assuming he remembers, and it doesn't just go, oh, Peter, you're Spider-Man. Well, I mean, that may be how they start the next movie, and he doesn't actually have memories, but I feel like they wouldn't have done that. he does have some magic in his family, so you never know. Anyway, the dog is still barking, but, I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. It's been 20 minutes, so. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How'd you guys feel about Spider-Man Brand New Day? I know it was a good movie because I had 3 reasons to be upset, which I don't do well in theaters when people are acting a damn fool. On repeat watches, I don't care, but first time, it matters to me a little bit, which is usually actually not a problem. But today, or not today, a few days ago, we had 2 teenagers 4 rows down to the left kicking each other literally the entire movie. Like, actually, like, their seats were reclined and they were kicking each other and giggling. Whatever. That same row, all the way to the right, they had a kid crawling on their parents' chest and literally laughing, crying. Never took the kid out. Not a single time. It was only during some moments, but it was always when it was quiet. And then worst of all, there was a guy right next to me. Literally looks like a Redditor, like Widowity. He would grab piles of popcorn, shove it into his damn mouth, and gag on it while he was chewing it with his mouth wide fucking open. And on top of that, sorry, I need to chill out. This is not relaxing, but while chewing like that, he breathes extremely loud. I don't want to do it because it'll upset you, but it was extremely loud crunching, extremely loud breathing. He was literally, I keep saying literally, that's not helping my case, pulling the straw in and out of the lid, making that horrible squeaky noise, and doing it in quiet scenes of the movie. This is a full-grown man. He should know not to pull a damn straw in and out when people are crying. There's an important scene happening right now. I damn near killed him. If he was a fucking slushy he was drinking, so he was just mixing it, and then that horrible slurping sound. And oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that pissed me right off. I honestly was about to lose my shit on him. But that's how you know the movie was really good, because despite all of that, I really loved enjoying the movie. So anyway, very sorry to describe that horrible experience with such anger in my voice. I shouldn't have done that. I should have chilled out. But anyway, I should probably give it more time before I give it a rating. I'll probably talk about it later, but immediately, I have to give it, I just really like it. I think it's a 9.5 out of 10. There is very little I change. When my biggest thing coming out of it is I want a sequel, that's usually a good sign for me. Your opinions are going to change or be different than mine more than likely. That's okay to me. You might like it less, might not like it at all. But I think it's certainly the best of Tom Holland's movies. And believe it or not, I do think it's better than a few of the others. Y'all might crucify me for that. And that's okay. I'm going to do another ranking video. I don't know if I've ever done one on the channel, but I'm going to do one of these days. Once I've given it some time, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe it'll go down, or maybe it'll go to a 10. You never know. As far as the drink, I'm going to give it I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. It's very good. I just don't really drink Fanta like that. The watermelon flavor is not strong. It's very much the background. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like 0 sugar version. And I get it. They use healthier chemicals in other countries, or no chemicals at all. So that might just be what my damaged taste buds are tasting. This is extremely refreshing though, that's why I got a high score, but it's not I don't know. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna keep it with an 8 out of 10, but I think it tastes more like actual watermelon and not like that generic flavor of watermelon that I'm used to, and I think I'm only just now actually like noticing that, like letting it like swish it around and whatever. this. 9.5 out of 10 for Brand New Day. I want you guys to let me know how you feel about both, if you've tried this and if you've seen the movie. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one. Real quick, I'm just gonna grab a sketch. This is the thumbnail right here. I don't know if that's too weird, but I think it's funny. Anyway,